Alright, well here is part 4, and this is whenever we get into the brief discussion on actual magic finding percentages. And basically I just used the wrong terminology. I should not have used breakpoint as where breakpoint actually means you lose stuff, you lose your abilities after a certain percentage. It's not what I meant. I know that the actual cap is, like Kitty said, up in the 1100 range, and I should have actually just said, using too much. The characters that I've used in the past, I've kept them right around the 350 and below mark. I do have my Hammerden that is right around 500, and he does quite well. That is on the non-ladder account Hammerden that I have. The ladder account, he probably has like negative 50. But anyway, that's where the discussion went, and yeah, I got schooled on MF percentages. So stay tuned and listen to the goddess tell me how it is. Head over there, but I typically have found some of the best items with less than 300 with my experience. Now, understanding there is no actual break point. I know there's not. You can have 10 million freaking magic find if there were items on here that had it, correct? And I know you want to voice your opinion on this, so I'm going to back off for a second and let her talk about magic finding percentages. Go for it.
Okay, well, if I'm not much mistaken, I believe the maximum amount of magic find that it's possible to have on a character is like 1,100 and something.
Okay.
Is the absolute max that you can. I mean, there's like using the maximum amount of magic find gear, that'd be the most that you can have.
Right.
But there is no break point on magic find. The more, the better. The only thing to keep in mind is just because you get up to 100% better chance of magic find doesn't mean you're always going to find a magic item. And the reason for that is because the monster you're killing may only have a 1% chance to drop a magic item. So if you have 100% magic find and you kill a monster that has a 1% chance to drop a magic item, you're only increasing it to a 2% chance to drop an item. This is why even if you have a lot of magic find, you don't always find those magic items.
Got it? I hope everybody out there understands that. If not, rewind. Alright, so let's talk about runes. Runes in general with items we talked about. And usually when you're talking about items, automatically people, they say, okay, just like, let's take the Mage Fist, for example, just because that's the first thing popped in my mind. Mage Fist, you said, the ones I had, probably Limb, you said?
No,
or what did you say?
Lum,
Hell. Lum
you
or
could
Hell
probably
Ring.
get them for runes that are very often used, like Raw.
But the point being is that whenever you have somebody out there that actually trades for items, typically the first thing that pops into their mind is how much is that worth in a rune. The runes primarily are your money. That's like folding money to us, wherever you are in the world. That's like $1 in the U.S. or whatever.
Just FYI, Magic Find has no bearing on runes whatsoever.
Right. Runes are just random drops.
Complete randomness.
You can have a level 1 nothing in Hell level doing a Magic Find run on a Countess if you're able to. And it has just as much chance to find a high rune as your level 99 Sorceress. Doesn't matter. If you're able to. It's just hypothetical. But yeah, runes are like that. They're just randomly generated through the servers. Just like the declone is. If you get on a hot server, you know the tricks. Can't really tell you about them because I don't want to get smoked. But there you go. And we know some peoples that have gotten smoked for that. Hot server trick. But anyway, talking about items, typically people automatically go into rune value. Alright, that's the whole point of what I'm getting at here. In reverse of that, whenever you have runes, you want to get your best bang for your buck or your rune. Alright? Now, I have found that, and something that I really have to disagree with Callsign about, is that he says that most of your good runs and most of your good trades or whatever, if I'm paraphrasing now, so don't beat me up, Callsign, if you're watching this, but he says that, after 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the evening, people start playing. Myself, some of the best bell runs out there, some of the best magic finding, hot servers, good trade games come late at night. Now, understandably speaking, there are people on US East servers that are from all over the world because the US East realm is the most popular one on the planet other than the Asia server, which there's more of them over there anyway, that's why. All right. So usually I have found after 10, 11 o'clock, even after midnight, that's when you're going to find your killer deals on Battle.net as far as trading items. And if I were to shut this down right now and go to the actual trade screen, and it's going to randomly generate. As a matter of fact, let's go back to the actual channel and look at some of the trades, and you'll see that they probably... Oh, and here's one right here. Good example. That's what I wanted to show people. You'll see people out there farming, and this is... you can actually, if I'm not mistaken, set a bot to do this as well. But a trade game that people don't usually look at a whole lot is free for weight. All right, now this is somebody who wants you to join their game just for the magic find. You get more people, the more chances of magic finding it multiples. Just like in a bell run, where Colsign was talking about people making a bell run game when they're actually not doing a bell run, they're going to do magic finding runs because there are more people join and all that. And I believe there's something else. I don't know if it was he that talked about that or one of my other friends that were saying that a lot of people won't join free for weight games. Well, myself, I join these games sometimes just when I'm not doing anything. Maybe if I need to go reorganize my stash or whatever and just see what the hell they're dropping. And if you go to one of these free for weight games, 2 or 3 games, you never know what you might get as a drop. Hell, I've had people drop. One guy was in a game and he had some war traps, and he goes, "Damn, man, you want some war traps? This is the 4th pair I found tonight." And you know, you have somebody to just actually give you some good shit. You know, you can't always, you know, take it for granted that a free for weight game's nothing but L runes and freaking crack sashes. All right, now.
Although it is most of the time.
Although, yeah, most of the time, because they're going to keep the good stuff. But some people that do these farming runs or, you know, magic find runs.
And another added tip.
Uh-oh.
Be very careful about what you pick up off the ground in an open game, because there are hacks out there that if you pick up an item that has been hacked, it will make you drop every bit of your gear.
Still? That's still out there?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So that would probably, yeah, that would probably be one you'd be wary of in a free for weight game, but that would probably be the only thing. Myself, I haven't run across that. I've never run across that drop, the drop hack. Although it is out there.
It is out there.
All right.
So just be cautious of that. If someone's standing right by you and you're in town and they drop something, I'd think twice before I picked it up.
Normally when people do these free for weight games, they drop it at the portal. Normally. That's just a typical unwritten rule and proper etiquette in free for weight games. You go to the town portal and that's where you drop your stuff. Whenever I do free for weight games, that's where I drop it. If I have to ID it or if they don't want it ID'd, I drop it. Let them ID it themselves. Now, the reason why I bring that up is that I have found some rare items that people don't identify, that like claws and such as that, because you can find some fool's mod, I think is the proper term for it, on claws for assassins that have the most awesomely jacked up, like they used to call it a glitch. What they used to call it? There was another term for it, but anyway, it's a fool's mod claw, and I'll let you explain exactly how that, you know, what the different things are in. Just for an example, for like a rare item that is good to trade that you might find in one of these games, or you might find yourself.
Oh, well, I could be here for a very long time trying to describe all the possible good things on a rare item.
But some of the things you look for, just
if you get a weapon, just about any one-handed weapon, let's put it that way, because most people don't use two-handers. If you get a one-handed weapon that has 40 increased attack speed with Fool's Mod, which, in case there's anybody out there that does not know, Fool's mod is the mod that adds attack rating and maximum damage per character level. So if you find a weapon out there with 40 increased attack speed and Fool's mod, that could definitely be worth keeping. But it's also going to depend on other things, you know, such as what kind of weapon it is. Does it have enhanced damage? Does it have added skills if it's an assassin weapon, or things like that. If you find a two-handed weapon that has increased attack speed and really high enhanced damage and Fool's mod, that is a definite keeper because people use them on their charters. But we're talking it would need 40 increased attack speed, Fool's mod, and like 300 ED.